going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some maintenance. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the coil packs on your 6.1 liter Hemi. This is my 2006 SRT8 Charger. We got some RIP supercharger high performance coil packs here. It's supposed to increase the horsepower rating, increase the spark efficiency, and do a whole bunch of other business stuff that I don't know about. Not really the best when it comes to that kind of knowledge. But today I figured I'd show you kind of an at-home demonstration of what to do, how to do it, and what to expect. So the first thing you'll want to do is disconnect your battery. The battery is located in the trunk of all chargers. And disconnect the negative cable. What you'll need is a 10mm wrench to get in there and disconnect the cable. This is what you'll be turning on right here. There's a bolt, this nut. That comes loose, and you can set it off to the side. Now, the tools you'll need up front are very simple. All you need is just your favorite ratchet with a 10mm attached to it. First thing you want to do, now that the battery is completely disconnected and there's no power going to anything, each one of these coil packs has a little piece right here. Now each one of these pieces is a little thing you can press down on. You press down on it, give it a little wiggle, it comes loose. Now that that's disconnected, put that out of the way. The next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to take your ratchet here. You want to begin undoing these bolts here. It might take a little bit depending on how tight or loose they are. But you got one here, you got one here. Now let me go ahead and get those loose for you, and I'll show you the next step. Now before I continue, I'm going to show you just kind of what the coil pack looks like outside. So this is the old one. You can see, this is what you'll mainly see sticking out. See that right here? And these two long rubber posts actually are what sit into the head. This is what connects to your spark plug. That's what generates the spark for your spark plug to generate the combustion. Now there are a few signs of when a coil pack or an ignition coil goes bad. You have rough idles, might have a hard time starting, might have a loss in RPM while driving, misfires. There's a whole host of things that can definitely tell of a bad coil pack. In my case, it was the arcing coil pack, where I thought that I might have had a bad valve spring because it sounded like a loud tick, but in reality it was actually these coil packs starting to go bad. And you can actually see here that post was starting to go bad and starting to crack, which was actually starting to allow water down into the ignition system, which is not good. So now that you've undone your bolts here, the coil pack should be easily able to wiggle. It means it's loose and it's ready to come out. Might have to give it a little force, then you hear that, comes right out. Thankfully, these rubber pieces move, so you can flex them accordingly, slowly bring them out. And look at that. The old coil pack is out. And you can kind of see in there, I don't know how well I can adjust it, but right in there, that's where your spark plugs live. It's pretty cool when you're able to see that stuff. So now, we put the new one in. I'll show you how to do that. So here's the new coil pack right here. Nice, fresh, brand new. You can see it already comes with the screws needed, so you don't have to use old ones in case if you snap a head off one of your screws or whatever the case may be. Thankfully, RIP Superchargers does supply you with their own. So now that you've pulled that old ignition coil out, you can see we've already done that. You want to take this, line it up, make sure both rubber elongated tubes go in there, and you should just be able to slide right in. Slide right in, then take one of your screws here. I'm going to try to line that up. Now these are actually a little tight, so I have to go get my wrench and loosen these up a little bit, and then I'll be able to line it up. Now once that you got your bolts all lined up, make sure they're kind of loose in there. Really, it's really simple. You just tighten them down, so they're tight. Don't over tighten them because you can snap this plastic piece right here, which can cause problems. Then when you're done, you bring your clip around, just clip it back in place. You'll hear it click and lock in place, just like that. After you've successfully done all 4 of your ignition coils on one side, it's time to do the others. The other side is the same exact thing. You can see here's our plug. There's our bolts. Again, 10mm bolts. Unplug these things here. Do all 4. Unscrew your bolts. Pop them out. I'm going to get that done right now. And now that you got your plugs, all your bolts undone, all of them, it's as simple as grabbing them. You got to give it a little force, and eventually they come free. It's as simple as putting them off to the side, grabbing your new one. So you line it up, and in down it goes. Next one, like I said, you gotta wiggle it. There's your next one. Set that down, get it lined up. Down and it goes. Give it a wiggle. Oh, this one's wanting to be a little tedious on me. There we go. Comes. Let's grab our new ones. The way they package these is kind of awkward, so bear with me. There we go. Get it lined up. Fit it in. You see, sometimes the screws will come free like that. Usually I'll take that opportunity and I'll finger tight them down just to kind of get them started in the thread. Too, so get that finger started. Sometimes it might be a little stubborn, but you'll line up manually later. But last one. There we go. This is our last one. Now, once you get this last one in, come on, there we go. It's all about getting these lined up. Another loose screw, let's get it finger tight in there, get it started. Did this one get loose? It did not. So now that you got them all relatively lined up, now it's all about getting your bolts in there, tightening them down, redoing these plugs. Now that we've completed the other side, all the bolts are down and snug, all the wires are connected back up. Just go one more time over, just make sure everything is down seated right. Just make sure there's no movement. Don't want to have movement in here. Check this side. Good. 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 Yeah. Now since that's all done, now all you gotta do is go to the back, reconnect the battery. Now that the battery's been reconnected, let's go head on in, try to start it up. Make sure you got your key on you. We have power. Looks like everything's firing up. Let's start. Beautiful. Now that you got the car running, let it run for a little bit. Try to listen to the motor. Make sure you don't hear any sparks, any deficiencies, might be any misfires. We'll let it run for maybe about a minute now. Now that you let the car run a little bit, you don't hear anything different. Go ahead, if you have to, take it out on a test drive. Let it run through the gears, put up to speed. Make sure there's no bogging down or anything like that. And you'll know you've done a good job. Nothing happens. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's a quick little tutorial You know, these Hemis are really easy to work on. They're pretty damn universal in terms of how they're done, from the 5.7, the 6.1, 6.2, 6.4, doesn't really matter. But I figured, I don't know how many YouTube videos are there on the 6.1, so I figured I'll do one on my car. Hopefully this was a help to you. If you have any other ideas on what I should do in the future, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.